Everything's great, but I feel like crap.
Skip to my Lou, my darling.
Hi guys, it's Lou. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. It's been about 4 weeks since I last posted a video, and I thought today would be a good day to kind of talk about why. Now, my channel is a fun, uplifting channel. Yes, it is. But today we're going to talk a little bit about depression. Yuck. That is something that I have dealt with my entire life, but sometimes I have episodes that are almost intolerable. And these past couple of months, actually, yes, I've done videos through my depression, but these last 4 weeks, I could not even think about doing it because I couldn't think about doing anything. And that's how depression can be sometimes. Now, I have posted one other time a little bit about depression, and a lot of you responded saying that you wanted to hear more. Maybe you wanted to hear about another person with depression and how they deal with it or don't deal with it. So I'm just gonna elaborate a little bit and let you guys know what has been happening with me. So what has been happening with me is just an overwhelming feeling of sadness and dread and worthlessness. And the weird thing about it for me was my life is great, but I just couldn't see it. I couldn't feel it. And it just seemed so far beyond my reach, and it felt like it was never going to get better. But somewhere in my head, I knew that it would, but I also knew that I had to make that happen. Now, I'll tell you, it wasn't pretty. A lot of crying, a lot of sleeping, a lot of no showers, and lastly, watching a lot of TV. Basically not taking care of myself. The little bit that I could do was dedicated to taking care of my family, getting my daughter off to school and taking care of her while my husband traveled, and of course being a good wife to him. But that was all that I had to give, and the rest of it was left for me, which was nothing. Now, having said that I watch a lot of TV, the purpose for that is to get out of my head and into another story that was not my own, and it entertained me. But one program in particular kind of caught my attention, and it might give you guys a little bit of insight into what it feels like, at least for me, to be in a sort of severe episode of depression. And that show is My 600-Pound Life. Now, these people weigh 600 pounds or more, and in the beginning they show the struggles that they have. And the way that I related to them was I felt like my body and my mind weighed 600 pounds at least. Some of these people are bedridden, and you can feel bedridden when you are depressed. Just getting out of bed is a huge feat, and you really don't even want to do it. And that's how I felt. And then when I would get my so-called 600-pound body out of bed, it felt so weighed down, and so I just had to drag myself. Everything was such an amazing chore to do. Now, for some reason, this program, I think they tell the person to take a shower because they all do that in the beginning, but I highly doubt that they shower every day, which is something that I didn't do, because even that, washing my hair, I mean, just anything was, I couldn't even, it wasn't worth it. I didn't deserve to be clean. It's very strange. Anyway, when I would drag myself downstairs and sort of face life, I think I actually didn't face it. I think I just curled into a ball and let myself feel all the feelings that I was feeling, and they weren't good. Now, I knew inside that I had to get help because nothing was gonna happen. I mean, maybe I would just feel better. Every day that I would wake up, I would think to myself, maybe today I'm gonna feel better. Maybe today I'm gonna feel better. I go to bed at night, maybe tomorrow will be my day to feel good. And actually today is the first day that I'm feeling okay. But I'm still not 100%. But I have to say I worked so hard on getting myself to even this point, which I would have to say is 40% better, which is huge when you are depressed. I researched depression. I researched serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. I researched genetics. I researched what I could do in order not to feel depressed. And there's a lot of talk lately about mental illness, and that sounds terrible, mental illness. But that term encompasses a lot of different, and it's disease? No. Anyway, there's depression, there's OCD, there's PTSD, there's psychosis, there's even schizophrenia. I mean, it goes from here to here as far as feeling a little bit blue for no reason and being absolutely friggin' crazy. And I think that's why people associate mental illness with going to the nut house. Well, I didn't need to go to the nut house. I needed to help myself, and that's what I did. It's very hard to tell people about it because it's hard to explain. Everything's great, but I feel like crap. You will get any response from, oh my gosh, what can I do to help you? Can I just sit here and be with you and maybe it'll make you feel better? To snap out of it, there's nothing wrong with your life. Why don't you just go outside and do something? So no wonder nobody really talks about it. But those of you who are feeling depression, whether it's now or every day or just recently, I want you to know that there are a lot of things that you can do to make yourself get better. Maybe it's reading those books that tell you all about why you're feeling the way you do. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's medication, maybe it's therapy. And no one needs to feel embarrassed about seeking help in any of those ways in order to feel better. These feelings that seem never ending do go away and you eventually will be able to enjoy life. And this is for anyone who's feeling any range of depression, from just a little bit blue to suicidal. And I was going to try to not say that word, but I do want you guys to know that if you are feeling this way, it does get better. You can get help, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So anyway, that is what has been going on with me. Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I know that I did. Please hit that like button down below, and if you aren't already subscribed but would like to be, there's another button for that somewhere. And I will see you guys very soon. Love you. Bye.